Danny, and welcome back to my channel, Vegas Danny Returns. Something quite different today. I haven't done one of these type of videos for quite a long while, and this is of course my original film poster collection, and I've got very many new pieces as well as old pieces that I haven't shown just yet. But today I'm going to start off with one video. This is going to be a two-part video, but the first part we're going to be concentrating on the large posters, the Italian originals that I have. I've laid out I think 10 posters here, so hopefully we're going to get through 5 at least in the first video, and then we can see what we've got. As you can see here, nice and bright, nice and colourful. These posters are what they call two-sheet posters. The original US versions of the posters are of course one sheet, which is basically half of this two-sheet poster, and as you can see, very large, probably not far off 5 feet in length. This particular version, this is obviously from Dusk Till Dawn. This particular version isn't in pristine condition. There are some knocks and bumps and a few creases, as well as a couple of tears. I've actually tried to repair. There was obviously a tear here. They've actually tried to repair here and actually paint in the G in George, but I don't mind that. I mean, I know it's an original piece, and in fact I think it's quite nice that it does have a few knocks and bumps. When it's too pristine, it's almost too good to be true when you obviously buy these original posters. But that's the first one. I love the artwork on this. Great film. Obviously Quentin Tarantino, Robert Rodriguez, Harvey Keitel, George Clooney, Juliette Lewis. What can you say? I quite like the artwork on this. It's quite visual and colourful. So that's the first one. See if we can fold up. There we go. Got some writing on there. I'm not sure what that is, but it's in Italian. Incidentally, I get most of these from a friend of mine that's obviously Italian, lives over in Naples, and he sends over the odd poster, and I've been collecting these for a few years now. And the next one, another classic film, The Untouchables. The only aspect of this one is a little bit of a tape mark here, which is, again, you know, it's not a major deal. You can get that removed if you really need to, but which I may do in the future. But again, fantastic artwork, classic film. I believe Sir Sean Connery won an Oscar for his portrayal in the movie, alongside Andy Garcia and Kevin Costner, and of course the big man himself, Al Capone, played by Robert De Niro. Another classic movie. All these posters have the official stamps here. Let's see if we can zoom in here. Not quite, but 1987 this was printed. Let's move on, if we can. Another modern classic, a little bit trashy, obviously. Basic Instinct. If you're around my kind of age, if you were born in the 80s at all, and you grew up throughout if you were a teenager, particularly in the early 90s, Basic Instinct will certainly have a place in your heart. Obviously starring the stunning Sharon Stone. Again, really lovely artwork here. I always think that the Italian posters, somehow they really capture the colour really well. Again, obviously all the heading and writing is in Italian, so unfortunately I can't decipher that one. There are a few tape marks here and there on this one, a little bit of a cut on that one, but again, they're all good condition. I didn't pay an arm and a leg for these. This one is pristine, one of my favourite films. La Mosca, The Fly, when the film did David Cronenberg. Brilliant movie, brilliant poster, iconic image. As you can see here, this is the pod that we see what's the gentleman's name? I can't think of his name now. Jeff Goldblum. Jeff Goldblum, he steps in, out comes the fly. As you can see, the fly, human hand, fly leg. Another huge poster. This one is pretty much mint, of course, apart from the various foldings. We keep most of these posters that we got here folded and basically backed with cardboard, so they don't get any worse off. But this one is pretty much as printed in Roma. This one, no date on it, can't quite find the date, but I know it's about 86. There we go. 20th Century Fox, 1986. The Fly. Many people love this film, including myself. Move this one on. Another classic horror film from Wes Craven. This is The People Under the Stairs. La Casa Nera. I'm not quite sure how that translates. I'm pretty sure it's not The People Under the Stairs. Obviously the House of Evil or something like that, something along those lines anyway. Fantastic artwork again, really striking. You've got obviously the movie tagline here again. I wish someone would teach me a few words in Italian. Bearing that I work with about 40 Italians, it's no wonder I don't pick some of it up, but again, another pristine poster. A bit more glossy, this one. 1991. And this one's quite unusual, very rare. From the movie Nikita, obviously. La Femme Nikita, directed by Luc Besson. Brilliant poster, this one. Haven't seen this anywhere. Again, you know, in this huge format, the colours and the image really stand out. But a little bit beaten up around the edges, but not too bad. But a really nice image there. I like these illustrated posters. Obviously, most of the posters from the 50s, 60s, some from the 70s and 80s were illustrated. I certainly prefer them to the photographic images that we see today. There we go. I think we'll have time for one more, and then we'll move on to part 2 in the second video. Another iconic image, Poltergeist 2. Again, very good condition. Colours are very, very bright, although I'm probably not showing the posters off to the best of my ability with this camera. But 1986. Obviously, the original Poltergeist movie is absolute bona fide classic, and I think the sequel was pretty good. Certainly enjoyed it. And there's a little, I think, was it Carrie Ann? I think the young girl. Fortunately, she did die actually quite young, and they say it's the curse of Poltergeist. So there we go. Going to pan out. I've got a few more to come, guys, so please tune in to part 2. And until then, take care. See you soon.